The Bartells couldn't believe how fortunate they were to find Peyton.
I adore children, Mrs. Bartell. I love being with them. I love taking care of them. For me, it's the next best thing to actually being a mother.
But they didn't find her.
She seems terrific. What's the catch?
There is no catch. I think she's great.
She chose them.
You never let an attractive woman take a power position in your home. All I'm saying is you have to watch your back.
Now, their innocence is her opportunity.
He has your eyes, you know.
Do you really think so?
Their trust
Peyton's been great.
Has she?
I don't know what we would have done without her.
is her weapon.
If something happens to my mommy, would you take care of me?
Of course I would.
And their destruction,
There's only one woman for me.
That's all you need.
her triumph.
When your husband makes love to you, it's my face he sees.
Get out of our house.
She's turning on me, Michael, just like you said she would.
Call the police.
Claire, calm down.
You don't know what she's capable of.
Anyone can have an accident.
Michael?
What goes around comes around.
The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world.
To my family.
The hand that rocks the cradle.
What's up, guys? It is Rob from Movie Review Time, and I'm back with another movie review. Just chilling out in my bed again. Not really much going on today. Actually, don't have to work today, so it's actually nice to just relax a little bit. Kids are in school, so I get some time to do whatever. And I thought, I'm going to review one of my favorite thrillers of all time. It's definitely in my top 10 for sure. Next to like Fatal Attraction and all that. I just thought I'd pick one. I've done a lot of requested videos and stuff, and I do thank you guys for all the requests and stuff like that. But I thought I'd just take a break and do a couple of reviews of my choosing. And the movie that I'm going to review today is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This film is amazing. It's classified as a psychological thriller from 1992, but the movie changes tones. Like, the third act turns into like this home invasion film with great music and just, I don't know, just some really, really cool thrills. And Rebecca De Mornay, fantastic actress. I mean, she was made for this part. It's basically about this family who hires a nanny, and the nanny starts to mess things up and tries to split the family apart and destroy the family pretty much, and kind of steal it for her own reasoning. She's she's filled with vengeance and hate because of what happened to her husband. It has a pretty good cast. You have Rebecca De Mornay, you have Annabella Sciorra, I think I'm saying that right. You have Matt McCoy, Ernie Hudson, Julianne Moore. The thing is, Julianne Moore, I swear to God, this was like the first movie I ever saw her in. And even at that time, 1992, I didn't even know who Julianne Moore was. Honestly, I had no idea. This had a budget of $11 million and made like $88 million at the box office, so it did make money. It was received well by critics. But the movie is just so well acted. It's very emotional at times, and you really feel for the characters, especially Rebecca De Mornay, who is supposed to play the villain in this. You sometimes feel for her because of what she went through, and now she's basically paying it forward. She's taking it out on this family. So in the beginning, you have Annabelle Sciorra's character Claire, who goes to get a routine checkup by her, I think it's her obstetrician. I think that's what he is, but he's a doctor. But she's pregnant, and she's gonna have her second child, of course. So she goes for her routine checkup, and she's sexually molested. This doctor basically is checking her. He has gloves on. And all of a sudden, like he puts his hand down and he takes the gloves off and basically fingers her. And because of that, she runs out of the office and she starts to report it to her husband, and they put it on the news. And a bunch of women come forward and make the same claim that they've been molested by this doctor. This doctor sees all this playing out on the news, and he gets a gun and he shoots himself. Well, come to find out that that was Rebecca De Mornay's husband, the doctor. So at this time, when this is all going on, Rebecca De Mornay, she's having a baby and she collapses, and she goes to the hospital and she loses the baby. As she's sitting there watching the TV, after all this is done, she sees Claire on the television, who, they say she's the one who came forward about the doctor molesting her. So, as a revenge plot, Rebecca De Mornay sees her, and she's gonna mess her world up because of what she said about her husband and what happened to her. Her real name is Rebecca De Mornay plays Mrs. Mott, but her name is Peyton Flanders. That's the name she's using to apply for this nanny position that Claire is putting out there. They need to hire a nanny. So Peyton shows up, and she's really nice to her and stuff like that. But things start to go wrong ever since she shows up. Like things start to go wrong, just little bitty things. Peyton starts hitting on Claire's husband. She starts breastfeeding the baby because Claire finally has the baby. Peyton starts to breastfeed the baby, and then when Claire goes to breastfeed the baby doesn't want her because the baby's used to Peyton doing it. Peyton's idea for revenge is she wants to take the baby away and claim it as her own because she lost the baby in the beginning, and she blames that on Claire. She blames her husband shooting himself. She blames that on Claire. So she's going to take away Claire's husband too. So she starts flirting with her husband, starts, saying these really nice things to him. Just kind of, just typical flirt. She's trying to take away everything of Claire's because she got everything taken away from her. So it's that kind of revenge plot. Then you have Ernie Hudson, who joins the mix, who is he's mental in a way, but he's not stupid. He's like, okay, I see. That's a work of art. Yeah. Oh. Are you building this fence to keep people in or keep people out? Well, both. Okay, I see. Everything all right? Right as rain. Ernie Hudson's great, man. So he basically goes over to Claire's house as like a maintenance guy, puts up their fence. He's painting stuff. He's basically working on their house and property. And he notices a lot of stuff that's going on with Peyton. He catches her breastfeeding. He catches her doing stuff and saying stuff. Peyton finds out about what he knows and basically frames him. Puts Claire's little girl's daughter. She has a daughter that's, I think, in grade school, and Rebecca De Mornay plants her little underwear in his little cart, his maintenance cart, frames him, basically implying that he's molesting the little girl, which he wasn't. And so he gets taken away. Julianne Moore gets into the mix, and there's a feud between Rebecca De Mornay and Julianne Moore. I feel sorry for what happens to her. But all this is trying to go as planned, but then people start getting in the way. Ernie Hudson gets in the way, Julianne Moore gets in the way, and then so Peyton has to find ways to get rid of them. So there's no, witnesses around to, no one's really looking into what she's doing. Although Julianne Moore does get the backstory on Peyton and who she really is and what she's really doing there, but she doesn't get a chance to tell Claire. Anyway, the third act, I don't want to spoil everything, but certain things I want to talk about. The third act, it escalates, okay? It becomes a home invasion movie with this really creepy music. A really loud scare music. It turns into a different film then, and like Rebecca De Mornay, she turns into like this sadistic woman. She really, I don't know what it is. She just she just turns evil. And it's great. I mean, it's like this huge build-up to the third act. And it's one of her greatest performances. I mean, I loved her in the Mother's Day remake, Risky Business, among many others. But this is definitely my favorite. It was directed by Curtis Hanson. And it's only getting a 64%. It's holding a rating of 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. It deserves much higher than that. Honestly, if I were going to give this a score out of 10, I'd give this a 9.5 out of 10. It's that good. At least for me. It's a movie that I grew up with. It's a movie that I can watch over and over. A great thriller, definitely. So it's a movie about revenge on a family, basically. That's what it basically is. And then, like I said, it turns into a home invasion film. If you haven't seen this, I definitely recommend this as like a #1 thriller to watch if you have not seen it. I mean, I used to own this on VHS at the time, and I remember I wore the tape out, so it was bad because I kept watching this movie like over and over again. Are you a retard? No. Did you like looking at me? Did you like looking at me? don't with me, retard. My version of the story will be better than yours. That is an awesome scene. She confronts Ernie Hudson, and that's when she plants the underwear in his cart, framing him. I won't let you hurt them. They're my friends. I won't let you hurt them. I'm gonna get my proton pack. Oh man, come on, Winston. Blast her ass. Anyway, Hand That Rocks the Cradle is fantastic. Definitely check this movie out if you have not. I gotta get this on Blu-ray. I'm not even sure if there is a Blu-ray release. If there is, I gotta jump on it because I only have the DVD version here. So anyway, yeah, that's my review. That's my rating. Let me know in the comments what you think of Hand That Rocks the Cradle, 1992. And as always, thank you very much for watching. When I go into my reviews, I basically like to go into detail. I don't mean to spoil things. I'm not trying to spoil things. You know, like usually when it comes to the ending and stuff, I'm not going to talk about that. But there's certain scenes that I want to, you know, always want to talk about and point out. Things that I liked and maybe things I didn't care for. This movie, there's nothing really that I didn't care for, really. I mean, there's nothing that I didn't like. But that's what I like to do in my reviews, is just basically go in depth about certain scenes and stuff of the movie. So, I thank you very much for watching, subscribing, taking the time out of your day. Really appreciate it. And, yeah. It's Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.